Stranger Things is finally back after more than 3 long years of waiting, and honestly, I wasn't prepared for what Volume 1 had in store. The Duffers really came back swinging, throwing us across the upside down, the right side up, the past, the present, and everything in between. And just when we thought we had a grip on what was happening, they hit us with an ending that flipped the entire story on its head. This show is proof that when these brothers cook, they serve up a 5-course meal with no warning. So let's jump into the madness they dropped on us in Volume 1, because this ending didn't just shock fans, it reshaped the entire fate of Hawkins and the kids we've grown up with. And if you're watching this and enjoying the breakdown, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because trust me, we're talking about everything. The ending of this volume delivered one of the most emotional and revealing scenes we've ever seen in Stranger Things. For years, fans suspected that Will wasn't just some unlucky kid who got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. We knew there was more to him. And Volume 1 didn't just hint at it, it confirmed it. Will isn't just a victim anymore. He's basically the Henry Creel of this generation. And on top of that, he's been carrying powers he never even knew he had. So all those nosebleeds he's been getting throughout the series, yeah, turns out Eleven isn't the only one capable of bending reality. Vecna's obsession with children finally makes sense, too. He targeted kids because he saw them as easy to mold, easy to break, and easy to reshape into whatever sick version of the world he wants. Holly being taken so effortlessly was a perfect example because she literally fell for a fake name that Vecna barely even thought about. That's how easy it was to manipulate her. But when Vecna tore through the military base in that brutal rampage and dragged Will over to him, everything clicked. He told Will straight up that he chose the kids because Will was the first one he managed to break. And honestly, hearing that hit hard because it reframes the entire story of Season 1. Will wasn't just unlucky, he was chosen. But the best part is that Will didn't stay broken. This season gave him a purpose again. His talk with Robin was honestly one of the most beautiful moments of the season. She basically told him that the only way forward is to face what's inside you and stop hiding who you are. And hearing that gave Will the emotional push he needed. When the Demogorgons were about to tear through the people he loved, Will tapped into a part of himself he had spent years suppressing. And with his intense connection to the hive mind, he did the unthinkable. He stopped the Demogorgons from attacking and ended them the same way Vecna kills his victims, snapping limbs and crushing bones from the inside out. Will didn't just show power, he showed that he's on Vecna's level. At this point, Will might not just be connected to the Upside Down, he might be the link that finally turns the tide in this war. And honestly, as a fan, I've been waiting for this for years. Will deserved this moment more than anyone. And speaking of returns, we have to talk about number 8. I still can't believe they brought her back. For years, the fandom treated her storyline like a forgotten side quest that never mattered. The memes were endless. But the Duffers clearly had the last laugh, because number 8 didn't just return, she's now crucial to the story. The military had her locked up inside their upside-down base, and the entire season had us thinking they captured Vecna. Hopper and Eleven stormed that place believing they were about to end him once and for all. But when Hopper opened that door, the reveal hit like a truck. It wasn't Vecna behind it. It was number 8. Her being captured opens a million questions. How did they find her? Why did they want her? And what exactly did they plan to do with her powers? But one thing is clear, the Duffers didn't bring her back for nothing. And with 11, Will, and number 8 now all active in the story, Vecna is officially outnumbered. Now let's talk about Max and the caves. Holly wandering into that dreamlike memory world led us to Max, who's been trapped inside Vecna's memories ever since she technically died. Her being pulled straight into Henry's childhood trauma was so creepy and tragic at the same time. The caves terrified Henry as a child, and those memories still scare Vecna now. That fear tells us a lot. If the Mind Flayer shaped Henry into Vecna, then whatever Henry first saw in those caves might be even worse. Vecna might not even be the final villain after all, and that idea alone makes this world so much bigger and darker than we thought. Meanwhile, Jonathan, Steve, Nancy, and Dustin didn't get the most impactful storyline this time around. It felt like a warm-up for something bigger with Jonathan especially. The way they're building him up, talking about proposing to Nancy, giving him emotional closure, it feels like he's being set up for a tragic ending. I'm calling it early. Now for my honest review as a fan. This volume was worth every second of the wait. It brought back the darker tone that Season 2 had, the kind of eerie atmosphere that sticks with you after the episode ends. And the performances were incredibly strong. Will and Eleven's scenes were the emotional heart of this volume, Hopper's protective instincts were beautiful, and Vecna's return was one of the most intense moments of the entire series. The single-take shot of his rampage was cinema. And yes, Vecna really is this generation's Voldemort, terrifying, iconic, and unforgettable. I just wish the seasons didn't have such big gaps, because the long waits definitely weakened the impact. But even with that, this volume delivered top-tier storytelling. I can't wait for Christmas Day, because if this is how they started Season 5, the ending is going to be insane. This was Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1, fully broken down and explained. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because we're diving even deeper when Volume 2 drops.